Obviously I'm sure you have, young trainers reaching out to you a lot for guidance. You've been in this industry for a long time. You've made a great name for yourself. What do you feel like some common issues or problems do you feel like that newer trainers are making right now? If you had to give some helpful criticism on things that you've noticed.
There's a couple of things. Caring what other people think, it's hard because like you don't want to shut off something that can make you better.
Yeah.
You don't want to shut that down, but you don't want to limit yourself to fitting into the right way.
Yeah.
Because the moment you do that is the moment that whatever makes you unique, it shuts down or kills your creativity, because now you're no longer you're just making content, or you're just training, or you're just doing something away so that you can get the approval of others. So it's like you kind of almost need to not care so much about the approval of others. That would be my advice. As long as you genuinely care, keep learning and don't worry about that. That's one thing that I would say. Some other advice that I would give: when you do take the time to learn, whether it's taking an online course or a seminar or whatever, don't jump so quickly to the next thing. Nerd out with that, dabble with that, experiment with that a little bit, because in my experience, you go to a seminar or you learn from someone, you watch something, whether you realize it or not, you try to be that person a little bit and you try to do it exactly that way. And it's not truly you.
Yeah.
But it's okay. You figure it out. And then what happens is it doesn't work. So you go back to a little bit of the old way, and then like you take something with you, and now all of a sudden it's you again. So you got to experiment a little bit with what you learn before you move on to the next big thing, or the next big or next thing, whatever that is. Otherwise, what happens is you learn all these things and you never get to practice applying those new things. Knowing it in the head is not the same thing as like practicing it and having that hands-on, approach. Same thing with martial arts. I watch stuff on YouTube all the time and I go, no way. I know I can do that. I can check it out. And just because I watched it or just because I took one class doesn't mean I know it. Yeah. So you gotta experiment. You gotta have time. You gotta practice. You gotta mess up. You gotta make mistakes. And if you're not failing, you're not trying. So don't be afraid to fail.